Mr. Pop.
Hey, remember me? Remember how I promised I would make videos more often? And remember how I said that top 10 other weirdest glitches would be ready soon? About 6 months ago? Well, I can attribute those broken promises to my number one enemy and the number one enemy of many people in the creative department. Lack of motivation. So, here's a story time. I know a lot of you will not watch this video because it's not a countdown, but I would really appreciate if you could just listen to what I have to say for whatever length this video turns out to be. So, let's sit and talk and slow things down and be my old self again finally. The first time I lost motivation happened when I moved to college in Montreal to study film and TV production. I found myself in an unfamiliar environment and obviously I didn't feel comfortable. I mean, it was a far cry from the tropical environment I'm used to and where I lived all my life. I didn't start to feel comfortable until around March or April of 2014, and that's when I decided I would get to work on top 5 game series I need to get more into. But even though that video was easy to make, I worked on that after starting the second session of classes, and that's when everything got a lot more difficult. Have you guys ever worked on a movie? It's not easy, especially if there's a small crew and you get to do multiple jobs. Plus, all the stuff I had to study and the assignments I had to do really drained the energy out of me. And yes, I know it's no excuse for lack of content, as there are plenty of people who are also in college and still have the time to make videos regularly. But you know what? I guess I'm just not like those people. I get tired both physically and mentally very easily, and with all the amount of crap I had to do in college, I did not feel like doing more work on a video. And let me bring top 10 other weirdest glitches again. I started writing that very reluctantly. I still felt overwhelmed by college and I was feeling tired and with low motivation, so I started writing that, little by little. After every small writing session, I would look back at it and realize that what I wrote was not good enough. It felt rushed and bland, so I would rewrite again and again until I had something that I liked. Like I said, because I was unmotivated, writing that felt less like a hobby, less like something I wanted to do, and more like a chore. So I left it for a while until I was feeling motivated again. Eventually I finished the most difficult session in college and entered a short break. I was feeling good again. So I finished the script, I was happy with it, I started editing it. I made the intro and 2 of the early segments, one of which I put as a teaser. I was really feeling it. But then my laptop crashed. Not just crashed, broke beyond repair. I took it to the workshop, they told me that there was no way to fix it, I would have to buy a new one. And this happened just as I thought of backing up my files. But I thought about doing that just far too late. So, I lost the script I wrote, I lost several other documents I spent a lot of time on, and 2 big college assignments. As you can imagine, I didn't take that too good. I actually got depressed. And all of a sudden, the motivation I had must have dropped to like -1. I was beyond unmotivated and extremely angry at myself for not backing it up. I ordered a new laptop and borrowed my sister's laptop until my new one arrived. I took priority on rewriting the college assignments that I lost, obviously. And then when I finally got my new laptop, finals week started, and after that, the final session, which was even more difficult than the last 3. I have never in my life worked so hard in anything school related. But I did it. I put all of my priorities on college and ended up with high grades, most of them way above class average, and now I'm done. I'm back home, but most importantly, I have motivation again. I think it's a good thing that I got away from the video business for a while to get myself back in good spirits. I played video games, watch movies, watch anime and cartoons, and recently I've been doing that silly Hunger Games simulator that has been really popular recently, often getting hilarious outcomes. But all in all, I procrastinated. I guess you could call it that. I did it so I could find the desire and the inspiration to work again. And that's my story. You may think it's not a valid reason for my lack of productivity, you may think I was just making excuses, but what can I say? It's not my problem you think that way. As of now, I am rewriting top 10 other weirdest glitches, but you may have to wait just a little longer for that because I'll be getting a new microphone to make voice recording less of a hassle, and if you've watched my previous videos, you would have noticed that my audio quality was always a little but that will be fixed, don't worry, that will be fixed. Now, before I end this, I'll say something I should have said long ago. I can't be making any more promises. The future is, after all, unknown, and I don't know what could happen. But this hope is not lost. There's mischief to tell and many ideas to develop. Some of you may not forgive me for failing you as an entertainer, but to those of you who still like me, thank you. Y para mis seguidores de Latinoamérica o hispanohablantes, gracias a ustedes también. Son lo máximo. Well, see you around!